king of the Wild Hunt sailed aboard the Naglfar, a giant longship that traveled between worlds. As Gels had advised, the Witcher set out to find the Sunstone, an artifact needed to draw Eredin into a trap.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Messiah, how you doing, bud? What sword does my guy have out? He has the steel sword out, so we'll go with Spectre Oil. Maribor. Taunting, Full Moon. Should be good. Alright, so like this is like a little boss battle. Like most of this is blind, so like I'm kind of learning everything as I'm doing it. But this is DLC, so I have a great understanding of the game at this point.
Live happily ever after.
So like you see his spirit just keeps jumping back and forth into different people, and like as you get down, I'm sure he gets harder. The goal is just to stay away from him, and I'm accomplishing that by using a lot of power attacks. Oh, and there's a fuck up. So now we want to constantly keep Quinn up while we're healing. Get a water in there as well. We're going to want to keep our taunting oil up because we have heavy armor on. It slows our stamina regeneration rate. So we need to reapply taunting oil. What happened to my shirt? There's nothing wrong with my shirt.
You under the delusion you'll complete your tasks. Ever after.
Let's go and get the free hit in.
you under the delusion you'll complete your tasks? Happily ever after.
Alright, we need to reapply our potions. We'll use a white rare. We'll use a healing potion too while we're here. So let's put this back on. Click, click, and we're gonna heal.
Chosen to deal with witches. As lifeless as a boulder.
Got him.
You're not him.
Wait, I want to talk.
Not here. Not in this place.
Grandma, I'm busy right now.
Sitting on there and I'll be done.
I'm busy right now.
Give me the card. I went by that thing in there.
Have I been romancing Shawnee?
I'm
This is a
sorry.
Yennefer playthrough.
I mistook you for another.
For Olgierd?
I thought he'd returned. To me.
What are you? A ghost? An illusion?
I am sadness.
Why did I go mute? I went mute. I'm listening to the story.
Saw you before, but you weren't yourself. And I saw you again in your memories.
We've met. I don't recall. I had bad dreams. That is all I know.
I've come for the violet rose Olgierd gave you.
On the day we saw one another for the last time, I dried it and placed it in our chamber at my bedside. I lay there for days, staring at
Hey,
it,
Lord Scalehorn.
until at last
Scalehorn.
it crumbled into dust, as did I soon after.
So, the rose is gone?
Not from this world. Look, you buried my body and the flowers bloomed once more. And I was held in a deep, dark sleep. Only now have I awoken, just like my beautiful rose.
It's all good, man.
When you placed the painting on my grave, I remembered the day of my marriage. Tell me, how is Olgierd? Healthy? Does he fare well?
Shouldn't worry about him at all. He's no longer the man you loved.
So his heart remains hardened. And did Olgierd mention me? What did he say?
Not much, but I didn't ask about you. He just sent me to retrieve the rose.
The rose? The last I have left of him? His last gift?
Don't tell me I gotta convince this bitch that she has to move on. The dude's an asshole. Abusive marriage and shit.
a feeling the rose is important to you, more than a memento.
I remember so little. Yet when I think of my rose, I begin to recall what was. The world around me turns real, and my eyes open wide and I recognize things. Remember who I am and who I was.
A friend once told me about a case like this. Could be strong emotions that bind you to the rose. Feelings we witchers call pins. They're what keeps you in this
Hit
world.
it from the back. This is a ghost, man.
Like an insect pinned in a collection case. Horrible.
Need to be honest. If I take the rose, you might cease to exist, as might the world you built around you.
And what will happen then? Shall I be free of the suffering, the sadness? Is it the void that awaits?
I don't know.
I don't wish to suffer any longer, but I fear there will be cold and darkness until there is nothing at all.
I need the rose. Will you give it to me?
It's so fragile. Look, the petal edges have turned crimson, as they were on the day I received it. The one thing missing is the single drop of dew which slid down the leaf when I took the rose in hand. Or was it blood? Because I pricked my finger? I can't remember. You know, I never did read the letter from Olgierd. I didn't have to. And I needn't have kept the flower he left me. I've come to a decision. I shall give you the rose.
Our service thus ends. Thank you, stranger, for freeing us.
Before we go, some advice. Beware of the one called the Man of Glass. Stand in his way, and you'll meet a fate worse than death. Seek salvation in glass that can't be broken.
Glass that can't be broken?
So long.
I'll remember you, Iris von Everek.
That no longer matters. Farewell.
So he was not he should have moved faster. What kind of Skyrim mod is this? This is The Witcher 3. It's a much better RPG than Skyrim. I need to meditate to get my potions back. And we hit level 37. The Witcher 2 is actually the shortest game of the series. I'm not going for trophies? No, I'm just playing the game right now. If I get trophies, I get them. Alright, so let's do some of this hardest stone stuff with combat. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this, go up here and grab this and this, and then shoot back down here and go here and come back around. We're going to, matter of fact, let's just do a loop. Let's start here. Let's just do a loop and start there. So I need to make money for the rune craft. So I need to gather some items to sell at Novigrad. I know this game might seem overwhelming, especially since I'm jumping into the middle of the first DLC. But like, if you've never played The Witcher 3, give this game a shot. It's an amazing fucking series. I would like to go back and play the other 2 games, but like, they're on PC and I hate playing games on PC. I'm going the wrong fucking way. Look at me, I'm a beast. Now there's a bandit camp. Let's go ahead and fuck that bandit camp up. Hey, gentles. I need to try and get the I need to try and get them poisoned.
What? Lost your nerve?
Put Quinn on. I'm kind of dancing around the guy with the shield right now, trying to just poison them, because these guys are very high level. So the quicker I can get the poison on them, the faster I can just kind of like isolate them and slowly have their health drain. Let's go Axie. There we go. Just gonna rock Axie for a little bit. Alright, so like, since we have expert counterattack, we can actually just parry and insta-kill them as well. And that gives us the bandit camp taken over. Like, these guys have the Order of the Flaming Rose. Let's see what this is. Our supply in former acid grows thinner by the day. Oh, Formic? Whatever. Acid grows thinner by the day. True Master Ulrich sent brethren to watch the high road, but I find it far-fetched to believe a caravan of alchemists will ride past them hauling full barrels of acid anytime soon. Ergo, we must try to produce some of our own, on our own. For otherwise, there can be no talk of producing any more Fistek. So they're fucking doing drugs right now. Fistek is like a cocaine type substance in the Witcher world. My experiments have proven we can obtain the missing substance following a very simple procedure. I now only need to convince the brethren of the necessary of a few little bee stings. Obtaining acid from bee venom has proven extremely exhausting and in the progressing far too slowly to satisfy our needs. Perhaps a change of method is in order. Scribbling in the margin. Idea. Simmer common Urtica diocea in a covered pot over an open fire, letting the steam condense into a series of wooden buckets underneath, one of which will receive a acidic portion and thus the acid that we need. The brethren have grown extremely irritated not only by these bee stings but by the fact now they have to gather Stinging kettle. Okay, I guess they're just, this bandit camp was making drugs, as you can see here. Flaming Order of the Rose Armor. Here's another boot diagram that we need to get a trophy. This boot is like Ophiri stuff. Alright, let's see where we're at in the world map. There's a magic parry, dodge and light, heavy attacks is a perfect combo. Alright, so we wanted to head up there. Let's go ahead and get this right here though. Like, I need to look into making the Viper armor. Like, I got the Viper armor. I kind of recently switched up my build from a complete alchemy build to a combat alchemy build. You go, Hugh.
Could have been used 2 or 3 more times.
Thank you for subscribing, buddy.
War is hell.
I wouldn't say Witcher 3's combat's the same as God of War. I like Witcher 3 better than God of War. Alright, here's another Knight of the Flaming Rose. These are fallen knights, though. Alright, same effect here. We want to get rid of the archer first, like in all RPGs. We need to reapply our Hangman's oil. And let's go ahead and put on this and taunting oil too. Alright, so our first goal here is to get Homeboy down. Matter of fact, I think I just got hit again. I want to put a decoction on. One of my favorite decoctions is this one. It's called the Ekimaru decoction. It basically, anytime I hit an enemy, I heal a piece of my health. So we want to kind of pick this guy off. All right. So at that point. Oh, Messiah, dude. Love The Witcher 3. Had to donate. Well, thank you, Messiah, dude. Appreciate the $20 donation. Alright, so like the guy with the two-handed weapon, I can't parry. So we gotta kind of dance around him.
Get him from the left. Witness me, brothers.
Oh crap, I was trying to get the finish off. Sometimes it's best not to go for it.
Hell, I didn't have to cut her. She could have been used 2 or 3 more times.
War is hell.
Alright.
Alright, run it again.
Gotta go with Quinn.
Watch out! Eternal fire! Witness me, brothers!
Let's do this.
Wizardry! Follow him! Come on, all together! I live, I die, I live again!
Lost your nerve?
Alright. Can't parry the guy with the two-handed weapon, but he's almost done anyway. There we go.
Listen, Bucko. I thought I was done for. Me hut's always open to you.
Alright, so this looks like an old herbalist hut. So let's go ahead and take everything here. We got hellbore petals and all kinds of other stuff I'll never use. Because I've already made every potion in the game unless there's potions in blood and wine. Let's see if we can sell some stuff to this herbalist though. Master Tropical.
Doing all right now?
Thanks again. I'd have been mincemeat if it's not for you. Name's Philibert Topical, but everyone calls me Master T. What do you think you need? Shrooms? A bit of herb, but...
Let's see.
Show me what you got.
Dark Souls is a shit game. A good thing we're not playing Dark Souls, right? Alright, so we could sell monster stuff to this guy. I think we should. There's necker hearts. Gold bone marrow.
Hell, I didn't have to cut her.
We have a bunch of
Could have
stuff.
been used
Dog
2 or 3
tallow
more
we have a bunch
times.
of.
War is hell.
Which we don't need, so we'll just make the gold off the dog
Alright,
tallow.
run it again.
Hoppy! Thank you, Hoppy, for the subscription. Yeah, it's going good. It's going really good. Hey, Coles McGee.
Hell, I
Thank you
didn't
for the
have
Twitch
to
Prime
cut
as well, bud.
Could have been used 2 or 3 more times.
War is hell.
Alright, run it again.
People get so worked up over this game? What do you mean? People get worked up over this game? I love this game, but it's so hard to come back with the clunky combat.
Hell, I didn't have to cut her.
I wouldn't say the combat's
Could have been
clunky.
used 2 or 3 more times.
War is hell.
Alright, run it again.
What do we got here? Forktail, that's a dragon. He's in the Draconic family. Xmog2, appreciate the subscription. So we got to switch our oils. So we're looking for our Draconic oil. Insectoid. It's Yellow Cursed. That's Ognard. That's Vampire. Spectre, Elemental. Green is Draconic. Alright, this guy's only level 30, so he shouldn't be too much of an issue. There we go.
Draconid nest. Need to destroy it.
Alright, another monster nest down. Almost had the M8 World flashback with the monster running away. Oh, Monster Hunter World. Yeah, I couldn't play that shit. That shit was mad boring. Mad boring. That house over there is the next place we need to go. See, no Rainbow today? No, not today. I played nothing but Rainbow lately, to the point where I'm kind of getting bored of it, especially since I'm playing it for no reason other than to play it. Wings, will I play the beta? No, I'm not playing the beta. I don't have a code. Looks like we got a wyvern over here. Level 34 wyvern. Mistake. Got him. Alright. What do we have here?
Draconid nest. Need to destroy
Another monster nest. Alright, another monster nest down. People are now safe in Tamriel. Not Tamriel. Temeria. It's kind of like the same as Skyrim. Alright, so we got these 3 things done. So, clack. So, let's start here. I'm going to need roach for this one. Damn, Wing, seems like you got the monster attack. Is Death March a one-hit kill for the most? If that some enemies can one-shot you in Death March. Get off roach for a minute. But you fight a lot more monsters than you do people in this game for the most part. Because you really only fight people in like bandit camps and towns. The majority of this game is fighting monsters because Witchers are basically monster slayers. If you never read the story, Witchers are basically relics of humans that they used to mutate people, and you had like a 20% chance to survive the mutation, and you basically gained like the ability like cat eyes, you gained heightened senses, you became quicker and faster than a normal human being. You had a prolonged lifespan. I think Geralt's like 100 or 200 years old at this point. You become sterile. You can't have any more children. And you're trained as, like Geralt is trained as a master swordsman. I need to go with the insectoid here. Also, your metabolism is a lot faster as a Witcher. So, like, you can drink things and poisons that other people can't drink. That's what these potions I'm taking are called, Witcher potions. Alright, let's try this. Got Mama Bear down. Still with the babies. These motherfuckers run, son. Alright, back to the monster slaying. Alright, there should be a nest around here.
Monster nest. Best destroyed with a dancing star or grape shot.
Oh, there it is. See, if another Witcher were to release, it'd take like 10 years from now. I wouldn't go that far. I mean, like, you gotta look at it, like, CD Projekt Red's next project is called Cyberpunk 2077. And, like, that's coming out here in the next year or so. And and I'm pretty sure that wasn't in production too much further than The Witcher 3. Not to mention Blood and Wine and everything was done in the same time period as well. And Blood and Wine is almost as big as Velen. Get off the fucking horse, Gerald. Gerald, get off the horse. Fucking, I would be terrified of this in real life, because hunting boars is something I've actually done in real life, and like boars, they like to get around you just like this in real life and surround you. And like if you hit the ground when you're hunting boars, you're pretty much dead. I need to put my beast oil on. Beast oil is the brown one. Yeah. Motherfucker. Quit chasing my horse. Nobleman's last seal. This letter's your last warning. When I made you a hunter, I didn't have in mind for you to spend all your time hunting winches. We've got boars breeding like rabbits, deer devouring our saplings, and wolves strolling calmly right outside the walls of our estate. Get to work, lad, or your career will end quicker than it started.
Alright, run it again.
Alright, we need to go sell stuff. Calamity, dude, thank you for subscribing, boy. Alright. So how close to we are the walls? Let's go back here. We'll go sell some gear. Thank you, Calamity. That's a year, dude. Appreciate that shit. Hey, Wings, good to see you again. Good to see you too, Myriad. Wings is streaming. Let's drop by. How about you start having thoughts for yourself? Alright, so we need to go into Novigrad and sell our goods. Did anyone check out Get Flanked stream today? No, I didn't. I was going to, but I got distracted. I still have my PS3? Yes, I do. Wings is streaming. Let's drop by is a line from a song that was made about me, designed to make me feel bad. Having thoughts of your own means having your own original ideas and not copying from somebody else.
Greetings,
Greetings, Geralt.
Listen.
Alright, I need to repair my stuffs. When I go, I was real young. It was probably 15 years ago. The prop sword is worth fucking 5 orens. Let's go. Can we sell the roach skier? Yes, we can. The roach gear is heavy as shit.
So long.
Alright, I want to go back to... I want to go to the armor, the master armor, and see what the viper armor requires and what it looks like. Basically, let's go craft the viper armor. Let's go and meditate an hour. Get all my potions and bombs back. Alright, we're going to the master armor. Master armor is in Crow's Perch. It took him 3 hours to get to level 7? This game does have PS4 Pro, so you can play this game in the PS4 Pro 4K.
Geralt, good.
Needs.
All right, so Viper armor. Viper level 40. Let's go. Real talk, level 40, huh? That's what the chest armor does. I need to make more cured draconic leather.
Take care now.
Not too much for that. Well, the gear that you play with is pretty much based around what you build your character as, or your Geralt. I'm using a combat alchemy build, so I'm using the bear set, which is like heavy armor, high adrenaline. Alright, we've done enough of the fighting. Let's go back to the story a little bit. Does this game allow counterattacks? Yes, it does. It's going to take you 800 hours to get to the point where you're comfortable enough to be Plat 3. I think 800 hours to Plat 3 is the normal curve for most people. Pam-param, pam-pam-param.
Know what they say about you lot? If you see.
2 points, and be quick about it.
Oh, please, good sir, a bit of courtesy.
So I look up, and Bob's your uncle. He downs half the barrel in one draft.
Geralt! Over here! Oi, wait your looks. Use the look of a man who knows how to drink.
Thanks. Some other time.
Hey now, don't make me beg. My treat.
Show off.
Of course I am. Wouldn't you be? Time's a marvelous plaything.
And a great spice to use in gingerbread.
So, you were listening. Indeed, occasionally I find time manipulation irresistible. Controlling it offers so many appetizing opportunities. Like spiking the soup of unsavory individuals with appropriately ghastly things.
You actually control time, or is this just some conjurer's trick?
What difference does it make?
A big one.
Let us say, time has always fascinated me. So I taught myself how best to use it.
Why time, of all things?
Geralt, there are 4 dimensions. Length, width, height, and time. What would you have me fall in love with? Width? Come now.
I fell in love with a few times.
Who are you, really?
Gaunter O'Dim, also known...
Not what I'm asking.
Ah, so you'd rather know what it is I do. In brief, I give folk what they ask for. You might say, I
This motherfucker's a djinn. That's what he is.
That'd be downright noble if you didn't always demand something in return.
Law of the market. I was not the one to coin the phrase, nothing comes free.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish. All who have learned my true name are now either dead or have met an even worse fate. Yet I still need you.
He's not a djinn?
To what do I owe the pleasure?
I wanted to congratulate you. You acquitted yourself splendidly with Olgierd. In fact, you've almost satisfied your debt.
Was supposed to fulfill his 3 wishes. Did just that. This is where you remove the brand, 'cause we're even.
Nearly. To fulfill the terms of the contract to the letter, you must do one more thing. Draw Olgierd to the Temple of Lilvani.
We never discussed that.
Oh, but we did. As a man of the world, you should know that every contract contains a catch or two. Small print, which, nevertheless, changes the ultimate meaning of the pact. This applies to oral contracts as well. Recall that I said, and I quote, I believe, however, that all will end well, and once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared. End quote.
Yeah, I remember.
Fulfill your end of the bargain, and I will remove the brand. That was the last time you interrupted me while I was talking to someone.
What the devil? Why is there a fly in my soup? Was waiting. Had an eye out for you. Didn't see you come in. How is it you're here?
I'm a witcher. Superhuman quickness. Just one of my many qualities.
You tossed this fly in my soup?
No. Now listen carefully. Tell your Ataman to come to the Temple of Lilvani. It's south of here. Entrance is inside a cave.
What's the commotion?
Lilvani's temple, got it?
Aye, got it. Hold there! Your friend, the medic, she were here. Ask that you look in on her.
Thanks.
No, did you see? Could you? Literally dropped dead. Could you?
Blind drunk he was. Maybe he fainted.
Fainted? He's soaked in blood!
Witcher in the ass. No wonder folk is
Do you like Fable? Never played Fable. See, optional, talk to Shani. Let's go talk to Shani.
Double chase.
Shani.
Oh, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
What happened? Somebody break in?
This? No. Just getting ready to move.
What? When? Where to?
Not what I wanted to talk to you about. Or at least not only, but...
I'm leaving, Geralt. The Eastern Front beckons. I'm Kedwin bound.
Never mentioned you'd be moving. Any intention to either.
I didn't know I would be. Found out this morning. 2 soldiers came to my door, said Redania needs me again.
Couldn't turn him down? Just say no?
Perhaps I could have. But I didn't want to. Treating the ill and wounded, it's my calling. No place I'm needed more than at the front.
I understand. Any chance we'll see each other again?
Someday, I'm sure.
So, learn anything about Olgierd?
Well, I abandoned the books quickly. Decided that if I was going to learn the truth, I'd need to find someone who knows him.
Find anyone?
Turned out I didn't need to look far. A colleague at the Academy, an assistant to Professor Permathine Shakeslock, claims Olgierd von Everett met with the professor multiple times. Apparently, Olgierd asked the professor to do some research. Professor got so worked up doing it, he went daffy. Started jealously guarding his notes. Wouldn't even let his assistant look at them.
The professor. Where'll I find him?
Here in Oxenfurt. Cloistered inside his house on Academy grounds. Mage hunters guard his door.
Let's see. What somebody said I'm rushing through the DLC. I didn't start the DLC on this stream. I started at the about toward the end of the third thing for Olgierd.
Need to talk to this professor.
We'll go together. Redanian guards all over the Academy. Doubt you'll get in alone.
Guards have never stopped me. You know that.
Wound these, and I'll have to patch them up. Besides, we might run into a friend. Get inside free and easy.
Alright. I'm gonna steal your shit.
Yes?
Prescription. Brewed crushed marigold and drink while hot thrice daily at meal times. Avoid all greasy foods and by no means drink alcohol in any form duration of the treatment. This includes beer. What do you got down there, Shani? Get your alchemy paste. What's in the basement? Please don't be a deathfall. Thank you. Alright.
Hell, I didn't have to cut her. Could have been
Hey,
used 2 or 3
Chazburger.
more times.
Appreciate it, dude.
War is
You mean
hell.
since Radovid shut it down?
I mean, is it well guarded?
All right, run it again.
Many of the faculty.
We also had another donation.
The braver ones stayed, but
Lord Lamb Haggins, how you doing? I'm thinking about getting this game. Does it have trophies? Yes, this game has trophies.
Curious. Scholars seem to have.
Let's look at the trophies. Alright, if you get the Game of the Year edition, alright, I got the regular edition, but like, yeah, it has a full trophy list with platinum. Heart of Stone has a lot of trophies too, and it also has Blood and Wine, which has these many trophies. Which I haven't touched Blood or Wine yet.
They in the same bind?
To Radovid, there's little difference between the two.
Seems to tolerate you well enough.
Because he needs me. For now.
So the Eastern Front, and then?
Depends where they send me.
Wherever it is, take care of yourself.
Always do.
He got a
So
little
don't
pretty
worry.
mouth, ain't he?
Dude, I'm gonna be real disappointed. I'm disappointed. It doesn't seem like you're losing weight. You scammed your fans out of money. Please stop sitting and playing video games and go lift some weights. I'm not allowed to lift weights till October, man. I don't know. Like, look at me. Like, I'm wearing a fucking size 54 pant right now. I was in a size 60. I've dropped 6 inches on my waistline. Look at this. Look at this. See this? This is a 54, and I still have room. I've actually dropped more than 6 inches on my waistline.
Such excellence. My.
Thank you for the donation, though. I'm not skinny as fuck. Like, my weight loss has slowed down dramatically recently, but like, I'm still losing weight. I'm still dropping inches.
Halt! By order of King Radovid, no one's allowed inside the academy.
Not even lecturers?
No one means no one.
See, you've become quite the stickler, Norbert. You were much kinder when I was patching you up. By the way,
Hold
how's
up.
your knee?
Fine.
Can we not pause?
As if no arrow ever struck it.
Consider yourself a lucky man.
There's a Skyrim joke.
If I'd not decided to operate, you'd be a cripple to the end of your days.
Hell, I didn't have to cut her.
Bruno?
She could have been used 2 or
Anonymous.
3 more times.
Gucci Gouch, thank you for the subscription, buddy.
Not like to steal anything.
All right, run it again.
What did I have for breakfast today?
All right.
Currently eating it.
But alone, which will draw too much attention. I'd rather not get shite from the captain's
Today,
account.
I'm gonna have 2 of these
Here's what
and
we'll
probably
do.
2
I'll go
scrambled
in and
eggs.
help you sneak in around
That's gonna be the food I'm gonna eat today.
Don't know, but I'll figure something out. Usually aren't nearly as many guards on the riverside.
Agreed.
All right, let me in.
I'm gonna go show you something. Alright. These are the biggest pair of pants I own. Right here. This is what I was wearing 2 months ago. Right here. Alright? I'll show you something. So look here. Look, listen. I still can put these pants on underneath the pants I'm wearing now. You know, they just fall right off. You're trying to say I'm not, my weight loss progress ain't good. I've only been losing weight for 2 months. These are size 60. Right? These are 54s. I had to pull these out of the building in the back.
Hell, they didn't have to cut her. She could have been used 2 or 3 more times.
War is hell.
All right, run it again.
Hey, Project Necros, thank you for subscribing, buddy. I'm losing weight at a slower pace than Woody. I've dropped 78 pounds in 2 months. How much has Woody dropped? Yeah, it's something I naturally do. Like when I take clothes off, I usually fold them. Let's do some IRL stuff. I know it's not a PV. Like people try to make it like this huge like deal, but like everybody loses weight differently. Everybody's body reacts differently. Everybody's body is faster, slower than somebody else's. Nobody has like metabolisms that are equal to each other. It's like people try to make it like a race between me and Boogie. No, it's not a race between me and Boogie. Because we're different people. We have different bodies. Boogie's like 10 years older than I am, or more. He might be 15 years older than I am. Right? And he also weighed more than I did at the start. So, like, he has a lot further to go than I do. So, like, it's not about racing. It's about changing your life for the better. Right? And like I said before, just yesterday, weight doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't. Sure, you want your weight number to go down. Like my weight is at an unhealthy weight for what I needed to be at my point in life. But I'm trying to lose fat cells, not weight. I'm trying to make inches disappear on my waistline. Because at the same time, as I'm losing weight, I'm gaining muscle. Because I'm using my muscles more to walk, do different things. I'm more active. I got more energy. Like, I just imagine taking 80 pounds, right? And that you've carried around for a week and you just drop them. Imagine how much more energy you'd have. That's where I'm at. Excess weight doesn't matter. Like, extra fat does. Like, granted, like you could be 240 pounds and you could be just straight muscle, right? Well, I don't have a social life, so I don't have to pretend. They donated 7 USD? I'm not allowed to lift weights until October. At this point, I'm not allowed to lift anything over 25 pounds. How do you know how fast I should be dropping? Have you ever seen 600 Pound Life? All right, 600 Pound Life, they lose weight at 20 pounds a month. And that's at 600 plus pounds. I lost 37 pounds last month. Like, seriously, like, well, like what measure of like human anatomy are you using that I need to be losing weight faster? I just came from a doctor. I literally did. I just came from the doctor and she said I was losing weight too fast. I don't want to show this, but let's block it with something else. This Conway Regional Community server. Like, this is my doctor's office. This is the Conway Group of Internal Medicine. Like, I just got done saying, and like you're saying I'm losing weight too slow. Like, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous because, one, it makes you feel like you're failing. Like, I didn't dox myself. Like, unless you count this, which you're talking about probiotics. You know, Bariatric Advantage is a probiotic. You know, biotin, like omega-3, which, you know, this has in it as well, which makes me so my teeth enamel and my hair stay in. Well, I have to prove, because people constantly hit you with this shit. It's like, you're not losing weight fast enough. How fast do you want me to lose weight? Because 50 pounds a month is unhealthy weight loss. It really is. Like, if you drop 50 pounds a month, something's wrong. A mod gamer, the fact is, I'm not allowed to lift for 90 days after the surgery. I had the surgery June 25th of 2018. You do the math. So October, I can start going to the gym and lifting weights. And the reason that is my stomach is currently held together with staples. Staples are what's keeping me alive. So I don't want to put strain on them by picking up heavy objects until the skin has reattached and it acts as a normal stomach again. I don't know why people have a hard time understanding this. I wasn't allowed to eat eggs. There's my little thing here. It's my labs. Here it is. Day 15. Right around here. Soft eggs, poached, boiled, or scrambled. Right there. I've been able to eat them since day 15. Staples are never getting removed. Staples are in me for the rest of my life. How many eggs can I eat? I can eat about 2 eggs before I'm full. 2 eggs usually fill me up. Well, I struggle with like solid foods right now because I cooked some baked chicken tenders yesterday. I had 3 of them. I ate like 1 bite out of one of them, and I was like, my body rejected it. Like I just got a sick feeling, so I had to throw them away. What game I'm most looking forward to this year? I don't know, man. Battlefield 5. Can I drink orange juice? I don't want to because it's got sugar in it. I try to drink 0 sugar. I try not to drink calories other than my protein shakes. I try to only eat 25 carbs a day. I try to eat less than 20 grams of sugar. And like I try to stay under 600 calories. I'm allowed to eat salads. Do I eat vegetables? Every now and then. My poops are solid. No, not allowed to have potatoes yet. I'm not allowed to have potatoes, bread, pasta. Let me go look at this thing. I'm not allowed to have bread, rice, pasta, chia seeds, nuts, seeds, or crispy foods like boxed cereal or crackers, or red meat until the 2nd or 3rd month. So I still got another 30 days before I can have any of that kind of stuff. Right now I'm allowed to eat beans, black, pinto, kidney, lima, northern, butter beans, mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes with skim milk, 1/2 tablespoon of butter only. Ground chopped chicken tender, lean cuts of animal, chicken, fish, or turkey, canned vegetables or soft cooked vegetables, deli ham or turkey, mozzarella string cheese. After day 35, I'm allowed to try fresh vegetables. Well, me personally, I'm trying to stay under 25 carbs. See, like, well, it's trying to stay at 25 carbs. Like, I have to eat 25 carbs a day because that's what you need to keep your brain functioning healthy. I'm also trying to shy away from canned foods like soups, mainly because of the sodium content that's in them. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my beard's starting to grow in thicker too. How's my beard growing thicker? Because as I lose weight, my testosterone is getting back to normal levels. I'm getting sex drive back and things like that. And when your testosterone increases, you grow hair faster or thicker. No, the hair on my head won't grow back. Those are dead follicles. Hey, Boogs, thank you for subscribing, dude. If I shave anything, it's gonna be the mustache. I can't stand the mustache. Let's pause this real quick. I want to show this video. I just reminded me of this video. It's called Death to Suffering. God, look how out of focus that camera is. Like, the whole idea in my head was like to create this menacing monster. Oh. Score me a fucking Moab. I don't know. Well, in 2002, the extended cab was all they offered in the 1500 model like body style. Like the 1500 base style, you only could get regular cab and extended cab. If you went up to 1500 HD, you could get the 4-door crew cab. But like the 1500 HD was like toward the end of the 2002 era, and like only those and the 2500s had the Super Crew configuration in the Silverados of that year. So like I have what the standard luxury model truck of 2002 is. How much is my registration? You talking about like my truck taxes every year? I think I paid $45 or something last year, or this year. Man, my truck's old as shit. My truck's 16 years old at this point, dude. There's a little bit, which I consider getting fixed. I have some rust on the rocker panel on the driver's side. It's about 1 inch wide. But over the last year, it's grown from like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So like it's going to get worse if I don't fix it. What's the temperature at my house right now? Probably about 74, 75. This is Deftones. It's Deftones Minerva. No rust on the bed, no rust on the wheels, no rust on the undercarriage. Only rust I got's on that one rocker panel. You'll buy my truck for $1,300? Nice try. My truck's worth probably about $6,000. I got 149,000 miles on it. It's a Z71 4x4. A 2002. My truck's got a it's got Rhino liner. It's got a bed mat. It's got a custom toolbox on it. I got a front bumper guard. I got two 1 million candle watt KC lights on the front of it. I also have a 4,000 pound winch mounted on the frame underneath. No, I'm not selling my truck. I don't know what the blue book is. Let's look.
Hell, I didn't have to cut her. Could have been used 2 or 3 more times.
War is hell.
All right, run it again. Hell, I didn't have to cut her. Could have been used 2 or 3 more times.
War is hell.
All right, run it again.
Don't have any of that. Got running boards, winch. Oh, wrong thing. It's not too far off. Like my truck goes from 3,000 to 5,400. I could get 6,000 out of it. I just told it off the top of my head. Yeah, it was, that's trade-in value, private party value, right there. There's private party value, $4,000 to almost $8,000. So like the average price somebody sell a truck like mine for is $6,392. Yeah, I said about 6,000. One thing I've always been able to do is eyeball fucking prices on cars. No, I'm not selling my truck. People ask me how much it's worth. How much did I originally pay? $28,000 is what I paid for my truck. Hey, Twonkies, thanks for subscribing, buddy. Am I hyped for Black Ops 4? No, I'm not playing the beta. Shoot. I could probably get more than 6K for my truck. You know how many people ask me to buy my car? This is Vermilion Part 2 by Slipknot. I don't want to code. I don't want to play it at all. It's just like soda. I don't want to drink soda anymore. So, like, I don't do it. Call of Duty is nothing but a stain on my life. No, I'm not playing Off-Stream either. I don't want to play Call of Duty. I don't want to play it. It's not like I'm secretly wanting to play Call of Duty. I haven't enjoyed Call of Duty since Black Ops 1. I played it strictly for money, and I'm not doing that no more. I wish I had more money, but at the same time, be happy with what you got. Most of my money playing Rainbow Six. I have charts that actually tells me. I make most of my money playing Rainbow Six, second most on real live streams. Dude, I've been tired of video games in general. It's like today, I just woke up at 3 o'clock. I'll probably stream another hour or so. And after that, I'll just sit here for fucking 12 hours. Bored out of my fucking mind. Yeah, I'll probably watch the Braves tonight play the Mets. It's gonna be it's a massive multiplayer game. It's gonna suck ass. It's got no NPCs in it. All the NPCs all the things you interact with are gonna be robots. There's gonna be very little storyline. It's just gonna be an open world. Y'all should have traded Bryce Harper. You guys aren't gonna do it. You're not gonna win the World Series this year. And Bryce Harper's leaving in fucking 3 or 4 months. Why not get something for him? To better your future. I need a haircut. My 1911 I paid $600 for. My favorite gun? My Springfield 1903. Yeah. You got to tell a cop if you have a gun in the car. Why would I vote Democrat if I'm a gun guy? Because I care more about people than I do about owning toys. I like guns. I like having guns. But at the same time, like, I'd rather give up my guns than have somebody need a kidney and not be able to get it. Guns also kill lives too. Guns are a double-edged sword. Could I have sold my guns to get the surgery? Possibly. Most of my guns aren't even at my house right now. Most of my guns are at a friend's house because I needed, because my brother was starting to steal from me about 5 years ago, and I didn't want him to steal any of my guns. Not because I cared about them, but because, like, stealing guns is a whole lot different than stealing, like, taillights or money. Like, when you steal guns, they really throw the book at you. So if he would have made the mistake to take one of my guns and pawn it, he would have went to jail for a long time. So I took that ability away from him. Last time I shot one of my guns was, god damn, the 6400 video. Will my brother shoot someone? No. My brother is, I wouldn't call him, my brother's a real laid back person. Like, he's real weaselly. Like, he won't say much to you. He kind of hovers in the background and then steals. I used to have a carry permit. I let it expire. I was thinking about getting it again because, like, I seen on Facebook, there's a guy that in Conway giving courses for $45. I was like, man, I should go get my permit again. But then I was like, you'd never go anywhere, Jordy, so you don't really need your concealed carry anymore. The song before this was pretty much Tool as well. It's Pussifer, which is Maynard as well. A perfect circle. Open carry is allowed in South Carolina, but like if you want to go places, you got to conceal carry. Like you, not to mention like you can mess up a lot, like walking into banks and like restaurants with a gun under your shoulder. I don't know. I just watched the game, man. Like, we got Gosman, and we got a lot of, like, over-the-hill fucking relievers for nothing. I'm not getting rid of my old chair. What did I carry? I carried either my full frame 1911, which is a mistake, or I carried a Beretta 92 FS, which is another full frame gun. I don't know. I haven't had spicy food yet. How much do I sell it for? I have no clue what it's worth, man. Like, it's worth more sentimental value to me than it is money I could get for it. Hi, Wings, my brother. Here's a kiss from my each cheek, mama. Well, thank you, Maxino. Thoughts on TK? He's an idiot. If you think, hold up. If you think all Tool songs sound away, I'm gonna play 3 songs right back to back for you, okay? Alright, you heard that one. That was Maybe. Here's another song. As it's all over but the crying. This is a third song by the same band. The Ink Spots use the same guitar, use the same background music in every one of their fucking songs. Next, it doesn't matter. What song? This is Old School by Tupac. All I listen to is dope shit, son. I don't listen to that played out shit like people be talking about, like 6ix9ine and stuff. You want Taylor Swift song next? I got you. I got you. Hey, Mini Titan. You thought I was getting surgery? Nah, I backed out of it. My life's good, man. Just a little boring. Hey. If you did more than listen to music, what do you want me to do? Like what? Like I'm listening to music and talking to you guys. Shit, I wish that was my dad. I could probably break a tightrope. I doubt I could walk one. This is one of my favorite songs I used to listen to while walking. This is by Alex Boyer as well.
I'm just so broke you won't believe. Can't get $1 out of me. And as far as I can see, I'm losing control like a bad disease. No, I just can't get relief. I've been shot down by the life police. Cause every day I try to rise, but I can't succeed. Can anybody...
Did you like Mexico as a country? Seems like you had a good time from the pictures. Yeah, Mexico was fucking awesome. I'd love to go back to Mexico again one day. Like, it's one of the best experiences I had in my life. And to say that I was in pain most of the time I was there, and I still had a good time.
Now every day is like a brand new year. I throw my hands up in the air like I just don't care. I'm walking down the streets feeling like, oh yeah. Fell at the bottom of the gas, now I see clear. So now I got just a little more. I'm getting much taller than I did before. I know I'm not.
PlayStation has that same mode.
But I thank God that I'm not where I used to be. I used to be bitter, bitter, bitter. But now I feel better, better, better. When life gives you lemons, instead of champagne. Don't worry, little children. I don't complain. Whoa, remember your golden. To find some
Did Montezuma's Revenge hit you? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I know who Montezuma was. He was a Native American, but I don't know what you're talking about. My password's valid for 10 years. I think my next trip is going to be to Ireland because I made a promise to a friend that if I ever hit 250 pounds, I would visit him in Ireland.
Talented than Alex Boyer. More people ask for my autograph than for him.
I'm looking to be. I'm looking to go into. I'm looking to get my EMT, and if I really like EMT, I'll probably go back and get my paramedic. It was raining last night. I don't know if it's raining now. Let me check. Nope, not rain. Yep. It's supposed to rain every day for the next week. It's not raining today, though. This is Run the Jewels, Angel Dust. Daisy. Glad bag. Nobody can see what's inside the trash can. Glad bag blackout. What's wrong? She's grandma's probably outside on the porch, or she's just getting back home. Pretty your feet got that she die. I gotta be right back, guys. Oh, Jeb, you're fine. That's more of like trying to motivate people to like give me Twitch Prime subscriptions. It's not been like, hey, you only can support me by doing it. Nah, just being here and chilling out, you're cool. Hey, Woolly Waffle. Appreciate it, dude.
Could have been used 2 or 3 more times.
War is hell.
You feeling pretty good? Why don't you play with subs? You get more views. Plus, it looks like all the trolls have laid off. It isn't. Dank Parker. Yeah, there is. You can get a mod that makes your computer run as a dual core instead of a whatever core it is, and it'll run just fine. This song is way before Happy Gilmore. Ban Wraith, please. I disagree. I think Fallout's a great series. I don't like every game. I don't like Brotherhood of Steel. I don't like Fallout Tactics. Probably won't like Fallout 76, but I like most of the games. Am I going to be playing The Last of Us 2? Damn right I'm going to be playing The Last of Us 2. Yeah, it's just Leonard Skinner. I just don't like large multiplayer games. I don't like World of Warcraft. I've never liked any large multiplayer game that didn't have a single player standalone with it. You should look down that route. You should try to get her on disability, because if she's got cancer's a disability they push right through. You shouldn't be going to cash advance places. What's my alternative to capitalism? It's a hybrid of capitalism and socialism. Basically, you have capitalism, but you have a lot of constraints towards it. You have caps and things like that. There should be salary caps. There should be salary minimums. There should be there should be health care for everybody. Somehow America has taken it and looked at things like twisted it as fuck. They've convinced people that they don't want to get taxed more, but they tax them in arbitrary ways. For example, like an average person pays right around $3,000 a year in taxes. So you take that $3,000 a year and you go, well, if we paid more taxes, you could have universal health care, but our taxes would go up by 8%, whatever it might be. Music's really loud for me. So it goes up by 8%. So like, oh man, another 8% of taxes, you're already bleeding me dry. But what they don't see is they got to pay for their own health care anyway. For example, the average person pays $140 a month for health care privately. Right, so that's for average healthy 30-year-old male, right? So you pay $140. That right there by itself is gonna knock you about $1,300, $1,400 a year that you pay extra, which would be more than the 8% that you had to pay if you got universal health care and everybody got access to it, right? They look at it like this. Bernie Sanders offered a plan that cost $32.7 trillion to get everybody on health care. And they're pushing this on Fox News left, right, and center. Like, look how much it costs. But what they don't tell you is we're paying 59.6, I think, trillion in the same time period. So it's actually $18 trillion less than what we have now. And the reason they allow that to happen is because people buy them. People lobby for them. People put money in their pockets. They give them fucking trips to like Aspen, Colorado and shit. There is no salary caps. There's people that make $1 million a year salary. You know what happens if you don't have salary minimums, Cool Lemon? Slavery. Because eventually the power, like eventually somebody out there will harness the ability that motherfuckers want to eat, right? And they will work for literally the bare minimum to afford food if they have to. And they'll always hire those people over other people. What? Yeah, my factory job had a salary cap. You capped out at a wage. After that, it didn't matter if you were there. After 5 years, your wage capped out. And after that, if you stayed there 50 years, you'd make the same amount of money. What's the difference than making it universal? I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you just don't like listening to it. So there shouldn't be a salary cap at McDonald's? McDonald's does have a salary cap. I'm saying as the head of a company, you shouldn't be making millions of dollars while the bottom of your company is on food stamps. All right, ban C39, please. The reason I put a minimum salary on donations is because if you donate less than 25 cents, I don't make money. Like, literally PayPal eats it. And the fact is, people abuse the system at $1 because people would use it and put racist words up there. So if they want to actually be up there and be an asshole, they're going to have to pay, a decent amount of money for it. Cool Lemon, who's to say what job is where? Because he sat here for almost 2 hours talking shit. Cool Lemon. So your idea is that people shouldn't have sex unless they're fiscally safe. Good luck with that one. It's in our nature to breed. Is to breed. That's our whole purpose of life, is reproduction. You look at things so negatively, man. I'm trying to make. I won't. There's a saying: it takes a village to raise a child, and people have taken that out of proportion. Like, for example, Like, why would you want to buy another Moab instead of helping the old lady down the street get a hip replacement? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to buy a new aircraft carrier instead of having your neighbor get a heart stent put in? Like, I don't understand why you're so against health care for everybody. Very few people can get on Medicaid, though. I had to go to another country to get weight loss surgery I desperately needed. It was probably the best choice of my life. Not only when I went to another country, I got a more qualified surgeon with more experience. I paid less money. I could have paid 3 times the amount of money for an American surgeon with less experience. My sister got dehydrated after she had her baby because she was still vomiting and things, and it cost $5,000 for her to get hydrated again without insurance. $5,000. That's going in, sitting in a room and having an IV run and having fluids pumped back into you. $5,000. And you're cool with that. That makes you, I don't know, that I'm not cool with that. The whole medical system and insurance system is a scam. It needs to be tore down. It needs to be redone. Why is it? I don't understand this. Like, why does 300 million people matter? Honestly, why does 300 million people matter? You act like 300 million people don't have 300 million fucking incomes. You act like the bums of this world. You act like, how many people do you know just that are adults, that are of working age, that don't make no money whatsoever? The more people you have, the more money you have being pumped into the system. Is Trump going to fix healthcare? No, he's not. Because Trump is a businessman that's let companies go under because it suited his narrative. Trump doesn't give a fuck about you. And if you believe that, somehow a man has like perplexed you to believing a guy that's made his entire life fucking people over, not buying pianos, taking businesses bankrupt, making bad choices in businesses, all these things. You think a man that's shit on poor people his entire life is going to be the champion of the middle class and the poor when he's president? Fuck no, he's not. Fuck no, he's not. Well, who you're thinking about is Jimmy Carter or fucking Roosevelt. You're thinking about people who actually cared about you. Right? Trump don't give a fuck about you. Trump's going to do his 4 years, get all his business ties done. He's going to suck Russia's dick till the fucking tip is nice and polished clean like a brass handle. And when he gets out of presidency, Russia's going to reward him with more fucking bank loans at low interest. That's what's going to fucking happen. And then if we're lucky, we won't have Ted Cruz in the next 4 years, who's going to turn us into Christians. Because Trump's already fucked us by messing with the Supreme Court. What does Christianity have to do with anything? Because it takes choice away from the American people. I want to show you guys this.
Everyone knows my husband, Ron DeSantis, is endorsed by President Trump, but he's also an amazing dad. Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
People say Ron's all Trump, but he is so much more.
Big league. So good.
I just thought you should know.
Ron DeSantis. Forget it.
Breaking.
Oh. Like, what you don't understand is that dad's like teaching his kid racism, and like he's like over here like touting it. How's having a wall bad? Because it's pointless. It's bad because you're throwing money that could be used for giving people health care. You're throwing money that could be used for rebuilding roads and infrastructure. You're throwing money that could be put into fucking, transit systems for people in inner cities. You're throwing people that could be having, fucking job programs into a fucking wall that does nothing. I got to see the fucking Trump wall when I went to Mexico. That shit's pathetic. It's about a mile long and it's unfinished and nobody worked on it the entire time I was there. Or the 2 times I seen it. That wall would create thousands of jobs. That wall is never going to get finished. It's going to look. It sits right next to the Bush wall. When you go to the Mexican border, the Bush wall's here, the Trump wall's here. Like, it's right in front of the Bush wall. The wall works for Israel. It would block drugs and human trafficking. Motherfucker, a t-shirt launcher would get over the fucking wall. You're talking about blocking drugs. Like, all you got to do is, like, go down to a period where they don't have, like, sensors. Shoot fucking drugs through, like, a fucking, like, pressure cannon. And, like, you're good. Your drugs are over the fucking wall. Somebody else picks them up on the other side. That wall ain't going to be... Not to mention, they use tunnels already. There's already tunnels dug into America already. Pushing drugs through. Fucking Trump's wall is... fucking been circumvented by a fucking wet t-shirt contest like main event. It's useless, so you shouldn't waste money on it, and you should actually fix the problem. How about we just decriminalize drugs, right? Make them fucking legal. And then you fucking tax drugs. And you regulate it. And people who use drugs and abuse them improperly, you treat it like alcohol. Because beer kills more motherfuckers than weed. It kills more motherfuckers than probably fucking cocaine as well. Legalize the fucking drugs. Stop building walls. if you want to do heroin, you can go ahead and do a heroin. But if you're on heroin and you steal from motherfuckers, you go to fucking jail. Because once you legalize heroin, you also give people an avenue to get off heroin. Because right now, you can't talk about being on heroin or abusing heroin because you might go to jail, right? But if you're on heroin and you can't get off, it opens up other avenues of jobs. For example, you have hospitals. You have groups that you can funnel people through legally without fear of punishment for their addiction. You can have hospitals that keep heroin in the hospital to help people come down off heroin. There's other systems out in play in other parts of the world that work way better than our system. The war on drugs is a fucking failure. It's a fucking failure. And once we realize that, we will get better. No, Hydrectra. I'm gonna let you know this. People that want to do drugs are going to do drugs. My Aunt Harriet, she smoked crack for almost 40 years now. And there's never been a time when she had money that she couldn't get access to crack rock. So legalizing crack ain't going to change anything. Except it's going to make crack cheaper. And it's going to make people that want to get off it have an avenue to get off of it. And it's going to deter people pushing drugs through the border. Well, people said, like, what's the alternative to building a wall? Because a wall is pointless. The whole American border system is pointless. This is coming from somebody who's been through that American borders. We got an open border with Canada. What's wrong with that one? Well, you gotta have a passport, but like I'm sure the Canadian border is nowhere near what it is to go into to get back from Mexico. I'm sorry, going to Mexico is easy. You don't need a passport to get to Mexico because they don't check it. Because I remember I was sitting in the back of the van. I had my passport in my hands. The Mexican Marines came by. They opened the back door of the van, closed it, tapped on the back side of the van, and we drove on. The driver's like, no need passport to get to Mexico. Now I ask questions. I go, like, how, like, would you need to be a citizen of Mexico to buy a house in Tijuana? He goes, no. You don't need to be a Mexican citizen to live here. Nobody's going to throw you out. I understand there's Canadian borders too, but like the fact is, like, it's not it's not police. You don't see the Royal Mounties walking back and forth through the fucking woods trying to keep Americans out of Canada or Canadians out of America. That's what I meant when I said an open border. All these shits, all you guys are doing is trying to separate people. That's all you guys are doing. Alright guys, that's going to be the Twitch stream for today. We actually had another donation I missed. That was Illusionist. How much would I sell my chair for? I'm not selling the chair, man. Let's do the donation rundown. Messiah dropped a big $20 on our bitch asses earlier today. Thank you, Messiah. As always, you king. Lord Lamb dropped 2, Twonkies with 5, and Illusionist with 3. We're one short of the sub goal for the day, but, you know, shit happens. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And peace, people.